Hello, how are you doing? Now in this video, let's build our very first controller. Okay, so before you saw, we could return a function. We could use a function to return a view, but this would not work well in real world. So what we can do is we can use controller, and we can use controller to return certain views. So we can create controller using terminal window, which makes our life really easy. Now I'm going to exit using the control C. Okay, so again PHP artisan, and we get to use all these commands. The one we are interested in is creating a controller. Make controller creates a new controller class. Okay, so we're going to use this command, PHP artisan make controller, and you give it a name. Now it will be related to blocks, so it makes sense to create it with a name of blocks controller. Okay, blocks controller. Okay, so make sure you have the capital letters. This is the convention. Okay, so the blocks controller. Awesome. PHP. Okay, I've spelled error, so let me do it again. PHP artisan make controller blocks controller created successfully. Great. So all these controllers will be inside this app HTTP controllers. Okay, so inside controllers, auth is already there because we made the authentication earlier, and we have the block controller. Great. And there's home controller, which was returning the home view. You saw by default it was there. I guess we're not worried about this one. The one we created is block controller. Great. So this doesn't have anything. Now before we write anything in our controller, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a route. Okay, so just like we have this home slash, what we can do is we can create another route, and we will want to have that the name URL of blocks, right, like that. Okay, so let's do that. So create a new route get with the get method. Okay, it takes two arguments, is the URL, so it will be blogs, and then the second argument is the controller. We give the controller, just like we have given the function that does the job of returning a view. In our case, we're not using function, we keep using the controller. Okay, so we have to make sure we wrap it in the quotes. Okay, blogs controller. Okay, now we also need to specify the method. Now this controller will have many methods. The one I'm going to use to return all the blocks, let's name it index. Okay, so we just created a new route with the method of get on this URL using this controller with this method. Okay, so this will handle what to do when anyone goes to this URL /blog. This will be handling this request. Okay, so let's go there and let's create this index function. Public function index. Now I'm sure you know about the public, private, protected. If not, check out the object oriented section. All right, so the public function index, so what it's going to do, it's going to return a view. Let's return a view. Return view, and let's give it a name. So we can call it blogs, right? But I would like to put it inside blogs folder. Okay, so blogs.blogs. In fact, let's make it index. Makes sense. Okay, so we want to return a view which will be inside blogs folder with the name of index.blade.php. Okay, awesome. So we have the view. Okay, this is my ID. It automatically does this. It removes the request because I don't have a request being used at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to comment this out. You don't have to do it probably. because my IDE does automatically get rid of it, so I'm going to just put it here so that it is there for me to use later on. Okay, so we're returning this view which we don't have, so let's create it. Let's go to views folder. Okay, so we have all these already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new file, new folder, blogs. Inside this blog, now every time you use this view method, it will go look into this resources views folder automatically. Okay, so inside blogs, index, index.blade.php. Great. Okay, so in this page, let's simply write down blog space. Okay, so let's have a look at it in the browser. So if you go to blogs, okay, you can see the blog space. So what we need to do now is we need to get the blogs from the database and give it to this view so that view can display to the users, right? To do that, first we need to get the blog model, because we know that the blog model is the way to communicate to the database. Model is, let me go here again. So each database table has a corresponding model which is used to interact with the table. Okay, so let's pull in the blog model in our controller. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to use this use. So I want to use the blog. Right now, this blog, if you see here, it's inside app blog, right? So it's inside app directory blog. So what we need to do is we need to make app/blog/blog. Okay, now I can use this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get all the blogs from the blogs table. Okay, so the way I can do that is using this blog, and then in Laravel we get to use this method called all. Okay, pretty awesome method. So this will return all the blogs. How cool is that? Now let's store all these blogs in a blogs variable. Okay, so in this blogs variable I'm getting all the blogs from the database. Okay, now when I return the view, it is just the static, there is nothing there, right? So what we need to do is we need to give this variable that contains all the blogs. Okay, we need to give this variable to our view, the Blade template, so that this template can process all the blogs. It can use a for each loop, so loop through all the blogs and display, right? That would be awesome. So let's do that. So how we can pass this variable to view? Okay, there are a couple of ways. The simplest and straightforward way is using this PHP compact method. Okay, PHP gives us this method called compact. So this takes in the name of the variable. Okay, so within these quotes, which variable we want to pass to the view? Blogs, right? So what we do is give this variable name to this compact method. Okay, so this compact method, how it works is you give it a name of a variable, and behind the scene it will go look for the variable with that name. Okay, so now we should have the blogs available in the index space. So what we can do is we can use this for each. Now this is how you write for each in Laravel. Okay, you start for each and you end for each. Okay, now in here we get this blogs variable, right? So for each blogs as blog, we get each blogs as blog, and then we can display the blog title and blog body. Okay, so using these double curly braces, we can use this blog each blog and we get the title, right? So what we can do is we can put inside h2, okay, and then maybe inside p we can show the blog body, okay. So we're getting blocks from the controller. We're using that blocks to loop through each of them. Blocks as blog and display blog title and body, okay. So we should be able to see each blog with title and body when we visit this blocks route, okay. It is using this controller, block controller at index, which is doing all this stuff. It is getting the blocks from the database, returning the view with this blocks variable, and then this blade template has iterated through each of the blocks, okay. That's how it works in Laravel, which is pretty awesome, right? So let's go and give it a try. Okay, refresh, and as you can see, we have the blogs that we created using PHP Artisan Tinker. How cool is that, right? That is absolutely awesome. Okay, so you're learning quite a lot, and it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward, right? A couple of steps you need to remember, and you can use the terminal command to generate the controllers, models, migration, everything. So Laravel makes it really easy for us to do rapid web development. In the next video, we're going to learn more about blade templating because it doesn't have a style. So what we can do is we can share the certain template, okay. We create a template, kind of a base template, and then we share for each and every view, because we will have so many views and it will not be possible to have a particular HTML markup on each of them, right? So we're going to use one particular blade template. We're going to extend that so that our application will look awesome. All right, so we'll do that in the next video. Thank you.